Hello everyone, welcome back to Noteworthy Cigars, where I try to find the best cigars you can smoke, right down to the nub. On today's episode, we are reviewing the Avo Classic. Alright, so right from light up, we are getting bread and graham cracker. Super light flavors so far. Alright, so a few puffs later, and we are getting some maple sweetness through the retrohale. I already know I'm pairing this with Cherry Coke and Sam's Club's Members Mark. It's like Maker's Mark, but a little bit different. So typically when I have bread or graham cracker notes, it's typically very brief, maybe one to 5 puffs, but then it typically goes away. But this thick is actually very, very surprising because I'm getting it over and over and over again. A little bit of sweetness, bread, graham cracker, and it's just a nice, smooth cigar. No complaints so far, and it's very, very light, surprisingly, compared to how dark the wrapper is. I think you guys should give this a try. I haven't finished it yet, but I still think you guys should try this. All right, so we're getting pretty close to the end of the first third, and as you can see, all of these Avo cigars that I've had have such a flaky ash, but I will have to say the flavor though is still wonderful. We're transitioning now from that graham cracker note to a more mocha and chocolate taste. All right, so we transitioned from that mocha to more of a bitter dark coffee. All right, so I have had to purge this cigar. It was getting a little bit bitter, and also I have had to touch up the cigar a few times. That is the negative with Avo cigars that I've found. I've smoked about 3 of them, and they all have burn issues. All right, so a few puffs after purging it, we are getting that sour, just not good flavors out of this cigar. So for the first 2/3, I would say it's a pretty good stick. I really liked it. However, that final third is just unsmokable at this point. So I cannot recommend it as a nub-worthy cigar, but I do recommend trying it if you haven't had bread and graham cracker flavors. I think this cigar has been the best with that kind of flavor profile. So let me know what you guys think about Avo. I'm kind of iffy on them. I know they're made by Davidoff, but like I said, I'm not too thrilled about the ones that I've smoked so far.